Alright, so you'll be seeing the accident here in the intersection, but this cop car is covering what happened. But as you can see right here, that white car, oh yeah, it's the yellow truck.
Viofo A139 PRO. It was good while it lasted. And welcome, Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we will check out a 3-channel 4K dashcam. And this is a competitor of Viofo's flagship, the A139 Pro. And this is the Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro, or the N4 Pro. I reviewed the Viofo A139 PRO a few months ago, and I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet. Viofo is the first one that released a dashcam using the new Starvis 2 sensor, which I think is a game changer in the dashcam industry because it minimizes headlight glare at night. And this Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro has it too. And we'll be comparing the footages between these two dashcams and see which one is better. Thank you Vantrue for sending me this dashcam to be reviewed. This is a 3-channel dashcam, and the front-facing camera records in 4K 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution at 30 frames per second. The in-cabin facing camera records in 1080p at 30 FPS, and the rear-facing camera also records in 1080p and also at 30 frames per second. Field of view is 155 degrees at the front, 160 degrees inside, and 165 degrees on the rear camera. The front cam has the Sony Starvis 2 sensor with HDR, and this sensor excels in nighttime recording. It has the same features like other dashcams, like it has parking mode, which it needs to be hardwired. And just a note on how I personally use dashcams, I don't hardwire them, and they only record when our vehicles are on. I know they have parking modes, but I'm not going to test it in this video. I will only hardwire a dashcam when they have internet or LTE connectivity and have remote notifications like what the Ring Car Cam does. But for now, I just plug them in a USB port or car's power charger. This dashcam also has GPS and uses supercapacitors instead of batteries, which is more reliable. This Vantrue N4 Pro supports up to a 512GB microSD card, Class 10 U3 speed. And with these dashcams, you do need to get the high or extreme endurance card so that they will tolerate frequent recordings and heat exposure. Inside the box, we have a wiring guide, a user manual, we have an accessories box, and inside we have the power cable with a built-in USB port, 11.5 feet in length. And this is USB-C. We have a trim push tool. We have the mount, which is magnetic, and this USB-C port is where we need to plug in for power. 3M mounting tape on the back, and this you can adjust the position. Next, we have extra mounting tapes, and we have the rear camera, and you can adjust the tilt. And we have the main dashcam itself, and it has some weight to it. Build quality is pretty good. We have the interior facing camera, where you can also adjust the tilt. And on the other side is the front facing camera. This has threads for the optional CPL filter. On the side, we have the power button and emergency recording. And you can actually open this up. You will see the microSD card slot and the reset button. And this is magnetic. And this Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro has a 3.19-inch screen, which the Viofo A139 Pro doesn't have. And the interior camera is on the main unit, so you don't have to install 3 separate cameras like the Viofo. On the bottom here, we have the record, change view, mic, and Wi-Fi, and also the same buttons used to scroll to change the settings. And the mount attaches via magnet, which holds it pretty good. We have another box, and we have a shorter USB-C cable. And we have the 20-foot rear camera cable, which is also USB-C. We have a couple of transparent films for mounting and a couple of security stickers. And lastly, a lens cleaning cloth. Let's install this. So it comes with these transparent films, which helps to easily remove the mount if needed. Stick one side onto a clean windshield and peel off the other side as per instructions and stick the mount. Unfortunately, the 3M mounting tape doesn't stick well with this film. The better way to mount this is to stick it directly to the windshield. Same thing on the rear-facing camera, just stick it directly to the back window and plug in the USB-C cable. Route the other end up to the main dashcam and plug it into the assigned USB-C port. Same thing with the main power supply, plug it in on the USB-C port on the mount. Route the wires and plug it into the nearest charger port. And when you turn on your car, this will automatically turn on the dash cam. What I like about dash cams with screens, aside from knowing that the camera is recording, you'll be able to change settings without needing to connect to the app. And you will not be able to do this with dash cams that don't have screens, like the Viofo A139 PRO. But with this Vantrue, you can also connect to it using 5G Wi-Fi. Now, not internet Wi-Fi, just for your phone to connect to the dash cam. And you'll be able to see live view and change views. You can go to recordings and you'll be able to view it or download it to your phone. What I usually do though is remove the SD card and view it from my computer. Click the gear icon to change the camera settings, and I'll just show you the resolution. And I have 3 channels connected, and you can change the resolution if you want, but all of them records at 30 frames per second. You can also change it if you only have the front and interior camera connected, front and rear only, and only front. And you can change all these other settings, which there's a lot that you can set. And you can do all of these also on the dashcam itself if you don't want to use the app. Well, time to check out the video quality.
So this is the video and audio quality of the Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro, and this is what it looks like in the in-cabin facing camera. This is recording in 1080p, and this is what it looks like on the front-facing camera, and this is recording at 4K resolution, 3840 by 2160 at 30 frames per second. And as you can see, this is what the video quality looks like. It also has a rear-facing camera that records in 1080p, and all channels are recording at 30 frames per second.
Now I'll just show you how it reads plates of cars going the opposite direction, and also cars passing you. 4K is definitely the way to go with dash cams. Its rear-facing camera, albeit at 1080p, is good enough also to read plates of cars passing next to you. I'll give you some context on dash cams that have the older Starlight or Starvis sensor. This is what happens if you get close to the car in front of you, hoping the camera will get the plates. Well, because of your headlights, you will get the reflection glare. Now, this has changed with the Starvis 2 sensor.
Alright, so this is the video quality of the Vantrue Nexus 4 Pro, and this is at nighttime, as you can see. And the in-cabin facing camera, it should be recording in black and white infrared night vision, but I don't see any infrared lights. And there's the front-facing camera, which should be recording in 4K quality at 30 frames per second, and we also have the rear-facing camera recording at 1080p. But we will see if it can read license plates right here in the intersection. I'm pretty sure it can read plates on the right side car, but the ones that with my headlights, it might not read it for the infrared glare.
Now, time to compare with the Viofo A139 PRO. And as to daytime, there's not a lot of difference. Both have pretty good 4K video quality. And as to nighttime, the Viofo is a bit darker and grainier. But because of its Starvis 2 sensor, it can also read plates without too much reflection glare. Compared with the Vantrue is brighter, but if you look closely to the lighted street signs, you can read it with the Viofo but not really with the Vantrue. So what do you think? Also, remember, Vantrue is a bit cheaper than the A139 PRO and also has a screen and recording at 30 frames per second, while the Viofo with 3 channels maxes out at 24 FPS with full 4K in the front. So at this time, I'll be replacing the Viofo with the Vantrue in my truck and putting the Viofo in my wife's car. And to those that have the dongle USB adapter, which I showed in my Rove R2 4K Pro video, and with a proper USB-C cable, it will also power up this Vantrue N4 Pro dashcam. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.